Over here in PlayStation VR land, the popular kart racing genre has been criminally underrepresented. 2017's VR karts looked okay on the surface, but the sense of speed was practically non-existent. The weapons were boring, and for what it offered, it launched at a ludicrous $40. And when the Crash Team Racing reboot got announced without PlayStation VR support, I basically lost all hope. But where Viewpoint and Activision failed us, developer Ivanovich Games succeeds, with a budget title that often feels like one, but also offers a ton of kart racing fun. Kart racing has traditionally been all about precision drifting and boosting, and in touring karts there's nothing more satisfying than sliding around hairpin turns and blasting by a bunch of your friends who are all piled up in a collision. And touring karts lets you do this in pretty much every way imaginable, using the DualShock 4, move controllers, a racing wheel, or a 3D rudder. For the best possible immersion, there's simply nothing better than using a wheel to steer and a move controller to grab and fire off weapons. But strangely, I found myself constantly reverting to using the DualShock 4. Maybe I've just played too much Mario Kart 8, but to me, analog sticks and triggers just feel so natural for a kart racer, even in VR. Speaking of Mario Kart, don't expect the traditional Mario Kart weapons or tracks here. Touring Karts has a ton of weapons to use, and the longer you play, the more effective you can learn to make them. There's a giant chicken that you can send racing down the track, stomping all the cars ahead of you, a single-shot bazooka, a giant hammer, a block of ice to freeze your opponents, and a bunch more. But Touring Karts ups the ante by allowing for weapon crafting. Combining one with another on the fly yields some interesting results, but even after days of playing, I'm still not up to speed on all the possibilities. Adding to the variety is a whopping 22 tracks, and while each of them features something unique, they all tend to be fairly short, and there's an inexplicable sameness to all of them. Car racers are known for their variety: shortcuts, caves, ghost houses, Rainbow Road, but all of the ones in touring karts feel like straightforward F1 tracks. Well, F1 tracks on acid, considering that there's always something insane happening, from giant monkeys hurling bananas at you to AT-AT walkers taking a stroll down the raceway. It's honestly not a huge complaint, but if there is DLC incoming or a sequel in the works, it's an addition I'd love to see. Getting through the single-player campaign alone will take over 10 hours, and along the way you can take down challenges that'll unlock various parts of the game, alleviating the need to spend any in-game currency. Some of the challenges are simple and might be something you do during a race anyway, but some will require you to throw the race completely, or force you to do something stupid, like land in the water once or twice, then attempt to still finish in first place. It's a fun little metagame to play, and constantly unlocking new ranks, accessories, and tracks make it all worthwhile. Heading over to the garage will allow you to buy new cars, switch teams, and change drifting styles, but from what I can tell, it's all cosmetic. None of the cars have higher accelerations, top speeds, or handle better than another. You can, however, purchase an overall upgrade for your car, which maxes out at 20, but it becomes very expensive to do, and makes switching teams or buying multiple cars pointless until you finish the entire campaign. So the best bet is to choose one car for the duration of your game, and only branch out once you've got plenty of money to spare. Along with being playable in non-VR, Touring Karts also offers 3 perspectives for racing. I tried them all, but quickly found that only first-person VR brought with it the sense of speed I'm looking for in a racing game. And there is a good sense of speed, thankfully, because while the graphics have a nice colorful cartoony look to them, there's definitely quite a few rough edges that you'll probably only notice while you're sitting still at the starting line. Oh, and while you're speeding around the track at 100 miles an hour, keep an eye out for tons of movie and video game references, everything from flying DeLoreans to the purple tentacle from Maniac Mansion. Touring Karts is quickly becoming my new obsession. Sure, there's some rough graphics and the game froze on more than one occasion, but none of these things have kept me from going back to Touring Karts over and over, unlocking every track, going for the gold medal on each difficulty, playing multiplayer whenever possible, and learning every twist and turn to ensure that when I inevitably play against you, I know I'm going to put up a serious fight. Because Touring Karts is fun and addictive, not to mention packed with content, and those are the qualities that'll keep me distracted from the low-budget veneer for the foreseeable future.